Now, on the other hand, good friend in the fraternity, knows I love the forest, knows I love to hike, knows that I've probably covered every square inch of the Wasatch Range near where I lived, most of the time alone, who was a smoke jumper. And Bob Gerard. Bob Gerard had been in our fraternity. We had an interesting mix. We had individuals who had been in the service, who had been just old enough to have been in the service at the end of the war, and then we had men that were old enough to have been in the service, some returned missionaries, and then young guys like me. So it was very heterogeneous, a wonderful mix of outstanding men. Now, Bob Gerard had been in the Army and had been parachuted in the Army, and then had come out, and for his summer job had become a smoke jumper. So he said, "Alan, I'm gonna try to get you on as a smoke jumper." It was very hard because most of they accepted people who had Forest Service experience, and they wanted those who wanted to make the Forest Service their career. So he had been jumping for a couple of years, and I was turned down in my effort to be a part of it. But in training, the very first day of the season of 1951, two guys broke their leg. So I get a call from McCall, Idaho, said, "Are you interested in coming?" And I got on that bus, and I went through what was, to that point in time, the most hellish thing in the world. The instructors to teach us how to jump were what we call TIs, training instructors, former Army instructors, and for 3 weeks, they made every minute intense, demanding. I did things, jumped from, climbed from, ropes, hanging, all of the things that are required to jump from an airplane in terms of conditioning. And in this case, you're jumping not on the ground, you're jumping in trees, you're jumping on slopes and all this kind of stuff. So through training, we lost 3 guys anyway. Wow. Talk about strong and able and disciplined and proud. The smoke jumpers, I mean, they are what we call, they're the special forces. They're the SEALs of the Forest Service. They're the guys that everyone wishes they could be like in terms of strength, in terms of ability, and in terms of achievement. So being a smoke jumper was an incredibly big and important thing for me.